We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. And we came back in a snap. Snap. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. A lot of people may be looking at losing their benefits coming up next month. So now, from what I was reading, and this is on CNN.com, is that SNAP program has about $6 billion in supplemental funding, just as far as what's going on now with the government shutdown. So they have about $6 billion to cover most of what will be coming up for next month, which will be $8 billion in stamps, food supplies and stamps that will be given out, or benefits, that will be given out. So they're still about $2 billion short, but hopefully they'll come up with something. The USDA came up with some type of supplemental deal back in 2018 when the government shut down, and it went on for over a month. And then they gave like a 30-day extension. And but what happened was they did wind up settling. I think it was January of 2018. So they did wind up settling it by the end of January 2018. So it didn't get ridiculous. But here's the deal. At some point, not all of us, because they say in the country, 1.8 million, 1 out of every 8 people in this country uses food stamps. Or that's the breakdown as far as, so I think it's, maybe over 40 million people. But here's the deal. Most of us, at some point, I know I'll say at least, I know for me in the black community, I'm sure many other communities, so we're not just leaving it to the black community, but I'm just going to give you my example and my experience. Even people like me who've never technically ever had food stamps before, but I have been a beneficiary of food stamps. So let's not all sit up here and act all high and mighty, those people that do, that they've never been a beneficiary of food stamps. Let me give you an example. You go over to aunties that live down at 42nd and Girard, 40th and Girard. She made the macaroni and cheese. She made the yams. She made the turkey wings. Shout out Dashawn, great turkey wings. And guess what? Some of that stuff came off of, let me see. Grandmoms or aunties or somebody's food stamps or benefits or food benefits. But you went down there and you just ate it up. Not just because it was good, but because guess what? It was free to you. And because we know how much those cheeses cost for macaroni and cheese and just how much food costs in general, we know that most of us, rich or poor, in some way have benefited from it. Because let's face it, most people don't grow up rich. Most people don't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth. So most of us, even to this day, are still beneficiaries. Nobody don't go, hey, yo, man, look, I ain't eating none of that potato salad, man. I don't know if you bought those potatoes with food stamps. I'm not eating none of it. No. Who does that? Nobody. Nobody is doing that. Because I'm not going to go too deep into the government shutdown. Like I always tell you, you can go look it up yourself and see why we're in this predicament. But the thing is that we're in it. And this, like I always say, depending on who you put in charge of things, can affect your life. When you choose not to vote, and I went talking with a buddy about this last week. When you choose not to vote, when you choose to do certain things, you and other people that may need these things like that, like healthcare, like different things, like some people with their jobs that are getting laid off, we all have to deal with the consequences. You want to know why I say we all? Because that means it's somebody else out there that's hurting. It's somebody else out there that can't eat. So when people can't eat, what do? When people don't have nothing on their plate, what do? It's a chance they may come take off your plate. This is the reason why The world is a pie. Yes, if you don't have a lot of money, you may not have the biggest slice of pie, but you have a slice nonetheless. And that's why it's important for us when we make decisions, these people that we put in office, these people that we think about, to really think long and hard, not just for ourselves, but for other people around us. Like an unselfish way of thinking, an unselfish way of being. Because see, it's no fun when somebody is trying to take something that you have. It's no fun when somebody's breaking in your car or doing something and taking a little bit of change that you got inside of your car, because not just because they're lazy, you know what I mean, which is part of the thing, or because they're looking for drugs, which is part of the thing, but because now you're going to tell people, oh, you can't get no food stamps, you can't get any food? Really? Let's see how that one works out. Now, me honestly, I think they're going to work it out, because we all got to eat. Now, we know we got that other thing that Trump has coming down the pike for those that I think are under 65 or 60. Once again, look it up, check it out, where if you are those ages and you can still work, if you don't work, your benefits will also be cut off. And I think about it, and I say to myself, wow, we spend all this money sending money overseas and doing stuff, and I don't want to get into all of that, because we all know there's obviously something that the country gets out of that deal, whether it's oil, gold, who knows, right? I don't know all that. But what I do know is that, hey, what if you offered free or deferred education? Community college, even if it's at a 4-year, where yes, those loans would still be yours, but they would be paid for you by your government to at least let you graduate from college without worrying about missing out because you don't have any money to go back the next semester, or you don't have enough money to stay on campus and you're from out of town. Like, these are to me, proactive things that we have to work on, because you see, if you got a more educated country, you have less people that need the government, right? Right. And instead of always penalizing, let's find a way to incentivize people. Hey, you finish college, you graduate, even if you get your associates, hey, look, we know you owe $25,000 for that associates, $30,000 for that associates. Hey, we understand that, but what we're going to do is that a part of that, we're going to give you a $10,000 starter kit. This is how you start your life. Go get a job, go get somewhere to live. Upon graduation, this is what you get, because a lot of people are not in those positions. Just like a lot of people may not be in position to feed themselves. It's always funny to me how when people get a couple hours, people get a little position, it's easy for you to talk down on your man, on your fellow man. And, you know, I can't front. We all do it, right? We all do it. Oh, man, look at her. She's so big, she turning them shoes over. Oh, man, look at him. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with his cut? So we always got something to say about people, right? But the thing is that, do we always help our people? And a lot of times the answer to that is a resounding no. I talk about it all the time. Who have you helped lately that is not in your family or close immediate circle or friend? Have you given $1 to that guy outside of the hair store, like I did a couple of days ago, yesterday? Have you done anything? Have you loosened up your wallet to do anything to help anybody else out that doesn't come from your bloodline or related to you or anything like that? Have you donated a pair of sneakers? Have you done anything? And the reason why I'm bringing this up, to bring this full circle, is because we're always worried about and sitting around thinking about what the government should do for us. And I agree, they should do some stuff. But also, what are we going to do for ourselves? What are we going to do for our people? Because if you ever noticed, a lot of times it's easier just to point the finger at people and say, oh, they're not doing this. Oh, they're not doing that. Oh, the government needs to do more. And a lot of times people, because I'm one of those people, would have legitimate complaints. But also, too, and lastly, I want to give a shout out to the people that I see standing out in those lines. I don't know if they get paid or not, but the people who stay out in the lines, I think I seen them up 63rd and Haverford. Just some different places. That's the one that just comes to mind. Over on 61st and Girard. People standing out there, warm weather, hot weather, cold weather, giving people food. Just giving people, and think about it. We live in a country where the richest people in this world are here. Out of the top 20, shout out to my man D-Lo down in VA. We were talking about this a week ago. And I even had to look it up to prove it to him. Most of your multi-billionaires that are in this world live right here in this country. And once again, I don't say what people need to do with their money and that kind of stuff. Because, to them, hey, look, they don't know about a food bank over on 61st and Girard, 63rd and Haverford, or 64th and Haverford. They don't know. But you and I do. But it's strange, isn't it? We live in a country where all the way at the top is all of these people that have all of these billions of dollars. And they're still under the same government that we are, right? But our government, in a lot of ways, can't find a way to take care of some of the things that are deemed necessary. Like food stamps, come on, should never be on the table. I don't care if it's a worldwide shutdown. Should never be on the table. Only time it should be on the table is if it's a food shortage. Because people have to eat. People don't need to buy brand new cars, but they make sure that those lots are filled all the time. They find metal and rubber and all kinds of stuff, leather. They find all of this kind of stuff for all of these cars everywhere. But you mean to tell me the people in your country, over 40 million people, get threatened with possibly not being able to eat? Now, do I think that they're going to starve? No, because somebody will feed them. Like I said, that's why I brought up the thing about the food bank. But what does it say about us? What does it say about our government? What does it say about us people who are just regular good people? How much do you give? How much do I give to people that we don't know? But I'll tell you one thing. If this SNAP benefit thing doesn't go right, you know what I'm saying? Because, I definitely am a recipient of SNAP benefit meals. Okay? Now, I'm not saying I can't stand there to, not have a couple of those meals. But look, I'm telling you, I might be right out there on the picket line. You know what I'm saying? We need our SNAP. We need our SNAP. We need our SNAP. But no, seriously. If there's somebody out there that you can help, try to help them out. Give them a call. Do like my homie Carl did. Give them a call and say, hey, listen, are y'all okay over there? Do you need anything over there? Can I go off the dollar menu and get the kids anything to eat over there? But that's just the way I feel. But I hope you can feel some compassion and get something out of it too. All right. And if anybody out there got any food stamps, my number is, now I'm just joking. But what I do want you to do is live life. Don't let life live you.